the garden, and it sort of went straight back. And these date way back to the origins of the house. There were some people suggested they might have been pig stalls, but they were actually outbuildings. When they bought the house, there were a number of little outbuildings, and these walls were the foundations for them, but those gradually got torn down. I kind of think that over there was the privy, but there was also, because there's but Virginia had there was another building that was her writing shed that was tall enough to have an apple loft, and where Leonard stored apples. And I think all of those have really been torn down. And then you'll see the vine, the ivy is something that they didn't keep back, that wasn't growing here wildly. And you see the church was over there, and the school was over there, and the church is right there. And then they bought that whole other part later to preserve the view, and apparently the National Trust has now cut down a lot of the trash wood there so that you can see the views the way you could then. Back here is going to be the orchard, which with all the really productive apple trees. There are several fish ponds. There's the pond that we saw when we came in on the right-hand side, that little paved sort of French garden with the shepherdesses. There's another fish pond just over here, 2 feet deep fish pond that Leonard built, and then also the dew pond. And the fish pond comes up again in Between the Acts, Virginia Woolf's last book, which I might have you read in the 3rd course. And the setting of Between the Acts is very ambiguous, and like most of Woolf's settings, a kind of compilation of 3 or 4 places she knew into a new imaginary place. But the fish pond there really seems to have a lot of similarities to the fish pond.